Ma'am, don't know.
Yes. Good morning, everyone. Today's thought, I'll be presenting first my screen and showing you thought of Mehndi school today. Can you see my screen, boys? Boys, can you see my screen?
Yes.
Yes. Mistakes open your mind. Mistakes are the proof that you are trying. See, whenever you calculate any sum in your mathematics, right? If there is a mistake, you try to do it again. If your teacher says that still there is a mistake, you try to do it again. That means what? Mistakes are proof. Means you are continuously trying and trying. That is your proof that you are learning something new. है ना? Because learning is a ever going process in your life, right? Right or wrong? Yes or no?
Right, ma'am.
Yes. So whatever you learn, it's not always that you get a perfect answer of that, right? We need to keep on trying. See, if you want to draw a circle, right? Sometimes you are able to draw perfectly round. Sometimes you have to keep on trying to draw it round, right? Same is same in our life also. When we keep on trying to get success, and if we fail sometime, that does not mean we should stop trying. We should keep on trying, right? Because mistakes are the proof that you are trying to do something unique, trying to reach your goal, right? Yes or no, boys?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So, what is the thought for the day? Boys, what is the thought for the day? Yes, Fazil. Mistakes are the proof that you are trying. Okay. Now, the last class we were doing the revision. We completed lesson number 4 explanation, the Rajput age, right? Yes or no?
Yes,
Yes.
ma'am.
Yes. Now, today we are going to do the revision of motions of the earth. We have already, I have once we have done the lesson number 2 long question answers. So, we'll quickly revise those and then we will do the MCQ and short question answers. Okay. Is it clear, boys?
Yes,
Yes.
ma'am.
Yes. Zaki, will you read answer number 1? Point wise, you have to learn. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Explain the motion of Earth. Like all the other moving elements of the universe, the Earth also moves in the two ways. One, rotates. One rotates on its own axis, and second, it also revolves around the sun. Thus, the motion of the sun takes place in two ways. However, it is not only the earth that moves. All the elements in the universe, sun, earth, moon, perform motion.
Yes. So, what does perform motion? What performs motion?
All the elements of universe.
Yes, all the elements of universe, they keep on performing motions. What do they do? They keep on performing motions. In this lesson, we have learned motions of the earth. The two important motions. Which are those two? One is rotation and the other is revolution. Right? Yes or no? Yes or no, beta? Yes, write down the points. Chalo fast. Then you will show me, present your screen and show me who has written. Chalo fast, I'm dictating. Like all the other moving elements of the universe, written like all the other elements, written beta, like all the other moving elements of the universe, the earth also moves in two ways. Written beta.
Yes.
I'll ask you to show me your answer, huh? Yes. Next point, point number two. Number two, one, it rotates on its own axis, and second, it also revolves around the sun. Written? Yes, boys, say yes or no.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Third point, thus the motion of the earth takes place in two ways. Which are those two ways? One is rotation and the other is revolution. However, it is not only the earth that moves, all the elements of the universe, that is sun, moon and the earth, all of them, they perform motions. What do they perform? They perform motions. Okay. Chalo, Fazil, revise the answer. फजील एक बार फिर से आंसर रिवाइज करो.
Yes, ma'am. Explain the motion of the earth like all the other moving eh, elements of the world, the earth also moving in two ways. One, it is rotated on its own axis, and second, it also revolves around the sun. Thus, the motion of the earth take place in two ways. However, it is not alone that the earth that moves. All the elements of the announced earth, moon, and other perform motion.
Very good. चलो written everyone. Yes, number two. Write the short note on the rotation of the earth. See, this is the rotation of the earth. Can you see? At its on its own axis. Okay, on its own imaginary axis, the rotation of the earth takes place. Okay. Now, what does rotation of the earth mean? In clear words, the movement of the earth on its own imaginary axis is called the rotation of the earth. What it is called? What it is called? The rotation of the earth. Yes. Yes, Zaki, can you read the answer number two?
Yes, ma'am. Write a short note on the rotation of the earth. The movement of the Earth on its own imaginary axis is called the rotation of Earth. Just as the top rotates on its own axis, the Earth also rotates on its own imaginary axis. The Earth rotates with a speed of 1670 km per hour. With the speed, it takes 24 hours to complete one rotation. Hence, 1 hour, 1 day is of 24 hours. Day and night are possible only due to the rotation the part of the earth which faces the sun observe day while the one of the other sides observe night.
Yes. So, as Zaki said, right? What is rotation of the earth? A short note on the rotation of the earth, right? The movement of the earth on its own imaginary axis, okay? On its own imaginary axis is called rotation of the earth. Just as the top rotates on its own axis, the earth also rotates on its own imaginary axis. Okay? जैसे टॉप घुमाडो मैंने बोला था आपको, रिमेम्बर? हैव यू सीन टॉप?
Yes. No, ma'am.
यस, टॉप नहीं देखा है किसी
No.
ने? टॉप એટલે ભમડો. हैव यू सीन?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So just as our top rotates on its own axis, the earth also rotates on its imaginary axis. Right?
Yes.
Then, third point, the imaginary axis can be considered perpendicular to the equator. Perpendicular means how many degree angle? 90-degree angle, okay? The earth rotates with the speed of 1670 km per hour. With this speed, it takes 1 day, means 24 hours, to complete one rotation. Hence, our 1 day is of 24 hours. Right? अगर ये ज्यादा टाइम लेता होता 25 आवर्स, तो हमारा 1 डे कितने आवर्स का होता? 25 आवर्स का होता. राइट? डे एंड नाइट are possible only and only because of rotation of the earth. And yes, my dear students, because of revolution, what is possible?
No, ma'am. No doubt.
Because of revolution, what is possible? रिवॉल्यूशन से क्या होता है? रोटेशन से डे एंड नाइट होता है, तो रिवॉल्यूशन से क्या होता है? बस रिवॉल्यूशन से क्या होता है बेटा?
Day and night.
नो, रिवॉल्यूशन.
Ma'am, season.
तो फिर why you are not listening? रोटेशन से
Ma'am, rotation से day and night and revolution से season.
yes, revolution से you don't answer, Zohir. Revolution,
Season.
who said?
Zohair Abbas.
Okay, Zohir. And day and night with rotation. Okay, 24 hours rotation and seasons 365 days. Okay, by revolution. Okay, the path, last point, the part of the earth which faces the sun observes day, while the one on the other side observes night. Clear till here, everyone? Boys, is it clear? Any doubt?
No, ma'am, no doubt it is clear.
Yes. Zoher will revise number two answer. Zoher Abbas.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Second number answer, rotation of the earth. Will you revise?
Yes, ma'am. Write a short note on the rotation of Earth. The movement of the Earth on its own imaginary axis is called the rotation of Earth. Just as the top rotates on its own axis, the Earth also rotates on its own imaginary axis. The imaginary axis can be considered perpendicular to the equator. The Earth rotates with a speed of 1670 km per hour. With the speed, it takes 24 hours to complete one rotation. Hence, our one day is of 24 hours. The day and night are possible only due to rotation of Earth. The part of the Earth which faces the sun observe day while the one of the other side observe night.
Yes. Observes night means one part has day, the other part has opposite part has
Night.
night,
Night.
right? So if a question is asked about revolution, what will you write? Write a short note on revolution of the earth. Say beta Zohe. Say in your own words. Zoher, try to write the answer of revolution of the earth.
Revolution of the
Revolution of the earth, okay? Not rotation.
I mean own words,
Revolution of the earth.
but in own words.
Yes, in your own words you can say, yeah. But English language, okay?
Okay. The movement of the earth on the on its own axis is called revolution.
Yes, very good. Then, what is the path of revolution? Which shape it is?
An imaginary line.
Ah, very good, Zoher. Very good, imaginary line. And what is the shape of that imaginary line?
Ma'am, can I?
Yes, say Fazil.
Sorry, ma'am.
Fazil,
Ma'am,
say.
oval shape.
Very good. An oval shape. Very good. Means not round,
Then
right? It,
events are possible only due to the revolution.
yes, very good, Zohir Abbas. And how much time it takes for one revolution?
Ma'am, can I? Sorry, Ahmad Fazil.
How Fazil say?
365 days.
Very good. 365 days means 1 hour to complete one. Sorry, 1 day. 1 year. Sorry, to
One
complete a
year.
revolution. Very good. Absolutely right. Zohair and Fazil, very good. Chalo, now the next question. Norway is called the country of midnight sun. Yes, Fazil, read beta. Boys, write also, huh? One time in your rough book.
Nowhere is called country the make that's on give season. Nowhere is located in the north hemisphere of the earth. the North Hemisphere to experience suns between 21 March to 23 September. During the spread, the sun near set near the ascent circle between mid way the mid to the mid by mid-May to the end of July. During the flood, and soon as the sun sets, the rise again near the achieved circle. The sun is seen as ascends at 12 o'clock in the night in such location. Nowhere in one such country that face that such situation in it is called the country of monsoon.
Midnight. It is called the midnight sun. Norway is called the country of midnight sun. Chalo, written. Norway is called the located in northern hemisphere. Where is Norway located, beta? In the northern hemisphere, right? Of the earth. Which are the four spheres of the earth? Who will say me? Zohair, can you listen me, boys?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Which are the four spheres of the earth?
What, ma'am?
Four spheres, four directions of the earth.
Northern hemisphere, southern hemisphere, eastern hemisphere, and western hemisphere.
Very good. So Norway कहाँ पे located है? Northern hemisphere of the earth. Okay. Okay, Zaki, one more question. How northern hemisphere and southern hemisphere हमें कैसे पता चलता है? By what? By which latitude? By what we come to know? हाँ बेटा Zohair, by which latitude we come to know about the northern hemisphere and southern hemisphere? No one? No one knows? While the equator divides the earth into two parts, right? The upper is the northern hemisphere and the down is the southern hemisphere. What is the role of
Yes.
equator? हाँ, equator का role क्या है?
To divide the earth in two equal parts.
तो फिर which parts they divide?
Northern hemisphere and southern hemisphere.
हाँ, and eastern hemisphere and western hemisphere are also divided by one imaginary line. Okay, that imaginary line is in the passing from northern hemisphere and southern hemisphere, north poles and south poles. Okay, chalo. So Norway is located in the northern hemisphere of the earth. The northern hemisphere experiences summer between 21st March to 23rd September. When does it experience? When it is experiencing summer? From 21st March to 23rd September. Okay. During this period, the sun never sets near the Arctic Circle between the mid May to the end of this July. During this period, as the sun sets, it rises again near the Arctic Circle. Okay, the sun is seen even at 12 o'clock in the night in such locations. Hence, Norway is one such country that the faces this type of situation. Hence, it is called the country of midnight sun. Is it clear? Is it clear, boys?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Yes. Chalo, Zohir will revise this answer which I explained you right now.
Norway is called the country of midnight sun given give reason. Norway is located in the northern hemisphere of the earth. The northern hemisphere experienced summer between 21 March to 23 September. During the period, the sun never set near the Arctic Circle between the May to the end of July. During the period, as soon as the sun sets, it rises again near the Arctic Circle. The sun is seen even at 12 o'clock in the night in such location. Norway is one such country that faces this situation. Hence, it is called the country of the midnight sun.
Yes, understood everyone?
Yes.
In KBC, कौन बनेगा करोड़पति? This question was asked. Which country is called the country of midnight sun? Right? Chalo, next answer. Yes, Zohir, read the next answer.
The sun is never overhead in London, and the sunlight is there till 8 o'clock in the very whereas the sun is seen overhead in Singapore. Give reason. The rays of the sun directly fall on equator and the places located near it. Singapore lies right near the equator. Hence, the sun is seen overhead on it. On the other hand, London lies near the Tropic of Cancer. Location on and around the Tropic of Cancer receive slightly slant sun rays, but for longer period. Hence, the sun is never seen overhead in London, yet the sunlight remains till 8 o'clock.
Yes, understood? The sun is overhead in Singapore. Okay. Now, why it is so? Because the rays of the sun directly fall on equator and the places near it. Singapore lies right near the equator. Okay. Hence, the sun is seen overheaded on it. On the other hand, London lies near the Tropic of Cancer. Location on and around the Tropic of Cancer receives slightly slant sun rays, but for longer period. Hence, the sun rays is never seen overhead in London, yet the sunlight remains till 8 o'clock. Is it clear till here, everyone? Boys, is it
Yes,
clear?
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Any, yes, any doubt?